Our next speaker today is Chris Cunha. Chris is the Vice President of Emerging Product Sales at InsideSales.com. He's formerly the CEO of iHance, an easy-to-use email engagement tracking platform for salespeople, now known as Vision by InsideSales.com. Chris is a passionate sales leader with decades of technology sales and investment banking experience. Chris is also a graduate of MIT with an MBA from Stanford. In his personal time, Chris enjoys playing squash, but mostly against grossly inferior opponents, so he is sure to win. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Chris Cunha.
Thank you for the kind intro. Much appreciated. It looks like we have a great audience turnout today, and thank you for attending. It's a pleasure to be here with you today. And prior to kicking off this topic, Vision Email Engagement Best Practices, I'd just like to say that since the acquisition by Inside Sales about a year ago, we've been able to increase our Vision business by 5x. That's 500% since the acquisition. And it really is attributable to the Inside Sales Sales Acceleration Platform in terms of helping us to dramatically accelerate our sales. So we fundamentally believe that science helps you sell more, and you will see this throughout our product line and throughout our company. So what makes us different? Here's our approach to bringing deep data science and machine learning to our customers. In the cloud, we combine data from all sales interactions generated by our suite of products and platform with billions of contextual external data points to predict future behavior, to prescribe sales efforts, and to drive real business value. So before I dive down into talking about Vision, I wanted to give you a brief overview of our sales acceleration platform. So we have 5 categories of products. The first is Prescriptive Lead Scoring and Prioritization, or NeuralView. We have Intelligent Communications. Power Dialer is a product that many of you are using. We have Engagement Tracking, the Vision product line. We have Predictive Hiring, which is Sales Indicator, and Persogenics, a company we recently acquired. And then finally, Data-Driven Motivation, and the product there is Power Standings. So for those of you who might be asking the question, why is Vision Email Engagement a core category in the Sales Acceleration Platform? It's primarily because if you look at the B2B world today, while you might hear a lot about social media, Facebook, LinkedIn, etc., as a form of communication, email is still the number one form of communication from the perspective of the preferred contact method and the likelihood to respond. So if you look at a typical B2B deal, what you will see is that for every deal that closes, there will be 30 emails that are being sent, there will be 5 telephone calls, and there will be about 1 to 2 online presentations. And if you look at the common problems that sales reps face, it's who is interested in my email, when do I contact the person, or when do I email them, and what content do I include in the email? If the prospect responds to your email, fantastic. But if the prospect does not respond to your email, how do you know when they're truly engaged? Our solution to helping you know who is interacting with your emails is Vision. We track all emails. You can send an email from Outlook, Gmail, a mobile device, wherever you send email from. We will track all emails, and we will essentially tell you when the emails are opened, when links are clicked on, and when attachments are downloaded. We can track multiple recipients, so you can include as many people as you want in the CC field, and we will tell you who's interacting by name. And then finally, if we've tagged multiple people in an organization, we will tell you when emails are forwarded by name. And then we track website visits. We can tell you what pages people are visiting, and even if someone you tagged previously were to return to your website, we will tell you that they were on your website by name. And then finally, we track anonymous visitors. And all of these email alerts, we run an algorithm in the background, and we tell you a score. We give you an email engagement score to tell you which prospects are most engaged. Here's an example of one of the alerts we give. We tell you who is engaged by name. We will tell you the person who is interacting with your content. We will tell you exactly what content they're interacting with, and we will tell you whether they're coming from a desktop or a mobile device, so if you're going to follow up, you know exactly how to follow up. Vision tells you what content to focus on. So we will tell you exactly what people are looking at on your website so you can really hone in and figure out what they're most interested in. One of the new features that we're adding to Vision are templates. So you can now get templates with Vision, and you can either pull the templates from Salesforce or from the Vision database. And you can include attachments in your emails. So the beautiful thing about the content reports that will come back to reps is we will show you exactly which templates are being sent out and which templates are getting the greatest amount of interaction. And it's going to enable you to use best practices throughout your sales organization. So we've talked about who you should email and what content you should put in your email. The next question is, when should I reach out? When should you send that important email to maximize the probability that your prospect is going to interact with it? If you do a Google search on when is the best time to send an email, you will come up with varying advice, from sending the email on a weekday or a weekend, sending the email in the morning or the evening, sending the email at a certain time of the day. What's fascinating about this topic is that it really it depends on what company you're emailing and what industry sector they're in. So we've tried to take the guesswork out of that with the development of our first Neuralytics product in the email field. So we give sales reps 3 choices on sending email. Number 1, hit the send button and an email gets sent just like it does today in real time. Number 2, set a custom schedule for the email. So tell the machine that you want to send the email on Tuesday morning at 8 o'clock, and the email will get delivered then. And then finally, Neural Send, which is our Neuralytics feature, where you basically tell our engine to deliver the email at the optimal time for email engagement. The second feature that we've added to the product is click-to-call from notifications. So essentially, from your email alerts, you can click to call, and it's going to spawn Salesforce and enable you to complete that call in real time with our Power Dialer infrastructure. We believe that this feature, it's really been requested by a lot of users, and it really is going to change the way people communicate with prospects and increase the responsiveness with which people connect with their best prospects in real time. And as with everything, timing is everything. The ability to connect with prospects when they're most engaged really makes a difference for companies that are successful. Here's an MIT study that we did a few years back that essentially tells you that if you contact a prospect within 5 minutes of engagement, there's a 100 times increase in contact rates and a 21 times increase in qualification rates. And finally, from a feature perspective, we have full integration with Salesforce. We log all email to Salesforce, inbound and outbound. We can auto-create contacts. We've got a custom emails tab specifically designed for emails. And the whole goal here is to make it automated and effortless to use. So what are the key benefits of Vision? Really, the key benefit is being able to prioritize your most engaged leads. Know whether decision makers are engaged or not. Really be able to uncover buyer-ready leads. So someone you've emailed 2 weeks or 2 months or 2 years ago, if they're finally engaged and ready to buy, and they hit your website or interact with a prior email, you're going to be the first rep that makes the call. And in 80% of the cases, the first rep that makes the call and is intelligent in terms of being able to differentiate your company from your competition, you're going to win the deal. We have reps that use Vision to negotiate contracts, whether people are interacting or not with your contracts. It's a great signal as to their interest, especially email forwards. Email forwards to competitors is really valuable information. And then what we see time and time again is that sales rep success is directly correlated with emails and dials. When you start using Vision, we will share best practices for sales reps in terms of how to maximize the utilization of this tool. We teach you how to self-source targeted leads, how to personalize your emails and leverage these templates. We will show you how to really improve the clickability of your links and your attachments. You can track all your emails, once again, desktop and mobile. And the goal here is to let the vision alerts guide your follow-up. So tell you, when you get off a call, your vision alerts will tell you who the next person is that you should call, and then obviously use click to call and power dialer to close. What you'll soon find with the use of vision is that some of your reps are really good at sending killer emails, and those are the emails that you will put into templates. Simply put, it's an email that has a really good opener, a subject line that's short and captivates the audience. It's personalized so it appeals to the emotional. Then there's the benefit. It's clear and understandable, and it appeals to the logical. And then there's the closing statement that essentially is an easily executed call to action. Typically, these emails are the ones that will get the highest degree of interaction. So to switch gears now from sales reps to managers, the key benefit, which is really a beautiful thing, is that managers will get an incredible amount of visibility from what sales reps are sending in their emails in terms of which reps are working effectively and how you get some accuracy into your forecasting. Here's an example of a report for managers. It's people performance metrics. And in this report, you can see that I sent out X number of emails, and here's the interaction I got. And we have a raw score, which is basically the algorithm that tells a manager how engaging I am via email. And what you see here, if you look at a team of people, is that the time in and time again, reps that have the greatest amount of engagement with their emails are typically the highest performing reps. And finally, customer success. Since the product vision was designed to be so easy to use and in most cases gets 100% adoption and utilization by the entire sales force, we're talking inside sales professionals, field sales, business development reps, even customer service reps, basically anyone who's sending a high value email and wants to know who's interacting with that email is a candidate. And these are 3 customers highlighted here that have been with us since 2006. And essentially, you can talk to any of our customers and get some great stories in terms of how they use the benefit of knowing who's interacting with their emails to their advantage. And it really does help reps close more deals faster. And there we have it. So thank you for your participation today. Visit us in our virtual booth, or feel free to email me directly with any questions. My email address is cdacunha, CDACUNHA @insidesales.com. Have a great day.